Hello, hello. Welcome to this live today. The topic of what I'm going to cover is why is it so hard to write a resume for remote jobs? My name is Juliana Rabi, career coach for remote jobs, and I want to share with you today the main struggles that my clients face when they try to optimize, to write, to fix their resumes for remote jobs, understand why it is so hard, right? So the struggles, but also what is behind that. And of course, help you to improve your resume if you're also actively searching for a remote job or if you're considering soon landing a remote job. So you know that the resume is part of this journey, right? So why is it so hard to write a resume for remote jobs? If you're watching live, just please say hi in the chat. Let me know where are you connecting from. Also, if it is the first time you're watching one of my lives, that would be nice to see who is out there watching. Let me just check here, do some technical check-ins just to make sure that everything is correct. So if you're watching live and you can confirm that you can see me well, hear me well, that's great. We are streaming on LinkedIn, on YouTube, in my YouTube channel, and also on Instagram. So let me just check here on my phone. Yes, seems should be fine, but if you can confirm if you're live, that's also great. Let me see, I think Instagram, you're going to start now. Yes, great, great. So welcome. If you're watching live, if you care about this topic, right, resumes for remote jobs, if you actually care about landing a remote job, I'm here to help you. That's what I do with my clients. My clients are professionals, highly qualified, normally senior professionals, leaders, managers who care about flexibility, about better life quality, about spending time with their loved ones, about growing in their career because they do care about their career, but also having time to do the other things they like apart from the career. So my clients don't want to choose between a career or the other areas of their life. They want both. And with a remote job, I believe it is possible. I have been living this reality. I have been working remotely for 10 years. 10 years. I started in 2014. So I have some experience, let's say, in this area. And in the past 5 years, I have been helping my clients from all over the world, from different industries, different positions, different areas, to land remote jobs, to land more flexible jobs, to be able to live life the way they want. So that's also my goal, that you can enjoy your life in your career the way that makes sense to you. So if you're happy working in an office, that's it. You don't need to watch this live. You can just leave and do something else. But if you are considering or are dying for more flexibility, a remote job can definitely help you with that. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this live, okay? As you can see, there is this QR code here, right, in the upper part of the screen. So if you grab your phone and scan that, you will be directed to a group, an exclusive group about resumes for remote jobs, right? In this group, I'm going to share an offer, special offer with a reduced price and a special conditions and special bonuses and all of that, for me to help you directly with your resume for remote jobs. So this is a good thing to check if you're not sure if your resume is good, if you want my support to improve it, and if you know that you need to change something in your remote job search because the way you're doing things are not leading to the results you want. So just join here. Yes, here. And only in this group, I'm going to share the conditions for this special offer. That's going to be valid only tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday, the 23rd, 25th of July, 25th. The special offer will be shared in this group, the one that you can see the QR code with special conditions. So take a look. You can just go to the group to see what I'm talking about, and then you make your decision. But if I were you, I would really check it out because after tomorrow, prices will increase. So the special offer, the special conditions will be available only tomorrow, okay? So once again, welcome the ones who are watching live, the ones who are watching the recording. Thank you also for your time. If you're live and you want to let me know where are you connecting from, it would be nice to know because I know I have a very international audience, so I always like to know where people are connecting from. And look, if you're watching this live, I'm assuming I'm guessing that you're somehow struggling a little bit with your remote job search, right? If you were already working remotely in an amazing remote company and really enjoy your career, you probably wouldn't be here. So if you are here, I want to make sure that I help you to get closer to achieve the remote job that you want. There are different ways to do that. That's exactly what I help my clients with. But today I want to talk specifically about one part of the process of landing a remote job. One very important part, actually, I would say a mandatory part of that, which is the resume, right? Having a resume that will help you to move to the next step of the recruitment process, which is the job interviews. Okay, so just to be clear, the goal of a resume, the purpose of having a resume is to move you to the next step, which is the job interview. So a good resume for remote jobs will help you to get remote job interviews. Then your performance in the remote job interview will help you to get the job. Okay, so we need to divide in those two parts. But look, quick question for you. Are you getting enough interviews in remote companies for the positions you want to work for? That's a question for you. Like, if you want to answer in the chat, I'll be happy to read your reply. But even if you don't share in the chat, just think about it. Are you getting enough remote job interviews for the remote companies you want to work for the position you want to work with, for the kind of salary you're looking for? Are you landing those interviews? Because if you are, then I think your resume is very good. It's meeting its goals, because the goal is to get you job interviews. But if you are struggling in this initial part of the process, like you're not getting enough interviews, or you're just getting interviews that seems a bit sketchy, a bit weird. I spoke a couple of hours ago with a person, and she said, I have been invited for job interviews, like 4 job interviews, but they all seem to be like pyramid scam. They feel very weird. My gut feeling is telling me that they are not legitimate remote jobs. I think they're scams. So just had this conversation today, unfortunately. So if you're not getting enough job interviews for remote jobs, or if the interviews you're getting are for jobs that you don't care about, or they seem weird, or the salary is very low, or the position is very boring, then there is a space for improvement in your resume, okay? Because that's the way it works. Resume will take you to the job interviews, and the job interviews will take you to the job itself, to the job offer, right? So if you're not landing enough job interviews, if you're getting stuck at the very beginning of the process, right? You apply for a job, remote job, no reply. Recruiters ghost you. You're automatically eliminated from the process, right? That's horrible. It's one of the worst feelings when you are applying for jobs, right? When you are actively job search, is the being ghosted, being automatically eliminated when you apply for a job. That's horrible. I remember that when I was applying for remote jobs many years ago. But I know that my clients also tell me that how frustrating it is, how disappointing, and how much of expectations you get when you apply for a job, right? There is a level of hope inside, and you almost like can imagine you or have an idea of how it would be to work in that company, but then automatically you are ghosted. You never hear back from that company, never, ever, like completely silence. Or you receive that horrible automatic email that say, thank you for applying for this job, but we decided to move forward with other candidates. That's horrible. So the problem is in your resume, okay? If you're not moving forward in the process, the problem is in your resume. I want to share a presentation that I created for you. Let me put it in my screen. Yes, that's the presentation. And look, I'm going to talk here about why is creating a remote job why is creating a resume for a remote job so hard? And I know it is hard because I struggled with that in the past, many years ago, before I created my own methodology, right, to write resumes for remote jobs. And I talk to job seekers every single day who are also struggling to write their resumes for remote jobs. So I know it is hard. And then I was wondering, like, why is it hard, right? Why is it such a a pain point in every job seeker's life, especially the ones who want to land a remote job, because the job market is very competitive. Having like 500 people applying for a remote position, unfortunately, is very common. So why is it so hard, right, to create a resume for remote jobs? So let me share some things about this topic with you. I think I'm gonna make it bigger. Yes, maybe it's too big. Like this, okay. So first thing I wanna share is, it is hard to create a resume for remote jobs if you're not sure how to make the resume, right, that document, unique for remote jobs. You don't know how to make it clear in that document that you want to apply for a remote job, that document is especially designed for remote jobs. So when you don't know how to make your resume unique, great fit, aligned with remote jobs, it's hard. It's hard to create a good resume. And look, this is a real phrase from Marisa that I was speaking this week. So she said, I have 3 different resumes, but none are tailored for remote jobs. So what Marisa is telling me here is that, I can assume, right? I can guess. She put a lot of time into resumes, because if she created 3, she had 3 times the work, right, to create resumes. So she has 3 different resumes. I see that she's committed to improving the resume. She put the time, she, is dedicated to it, but still she feels that there is something wrong because none of those resumes are tailored for remote jobs. And what Marisa wants is to land a remote job. So if you also have 1, maybe 2, 3, even more resumes, but they are not tailored for remote jobs, they are not unique for remote jobs, well, it's more complicated to move forward in the process. It's more complicated to land a remote job, because your resume, you want to make your resume for remote jobs be unique, be tailored, be optimized for remote jobs. If you don't do that, your chances will be smaller, okay, that you actually get the job. So when you're not sure how to make your resume unique for remote jobs, it is hard to actually get the job. That's a fact. Then another thing is that if you're not sure about the next steps in your career, like a lot of us are not sure about it, right? It's more difficult to create a remote job, a resume for a remote job, because it's like, Juliana, I'm already struggling to decide what I'm going to do next in my career. I don't know about it. Wish I knew, right? But I'm already confused about what is next in my career. How am I going to be able to reflect, because I'm living in this confusion? How can I create a good resume for remote jobs if I not even know if I want to do this or this with my career? I have like 2 ideas, sometimes even 3. So when you're not sure about the next step in your careers, it really makes it more difficult to create a remote job resume, okay? And then I have this phrase that I picked up, all real phrases, okay, that I was exchanging, messages that I was exchanging on LinkedIn with different people, okay? So I won't share their surname, obviously. But Linda, in one of her recent messages on LinkedIn, told me that I was thinking of a remote job and or my business. And then when we spoke, she was like, yeah, I have this like big entrepreneur side. I'm very creative. I'm thinking about creating my business, but at the same time, I'm considering about landing a remote job. Also, the financial stability of a remote job would be good. So she's kind of in a crossroad in her career, that she doesn't know if she wants a remote job or if she wants to be a business owner, or if she wants a temporary remote job while she grows her business and then she can be fully into her business. So when you are not really sure about what to do next in your career, it gets more complicated to create a resume for remote jobs, because there is a career transition already in the base of the situation. And on the top of that, there is the regular struggles of writing a good resume for a remote job. So I hear you. Also, look, when you don't know how to show your best version in the resume, right? When you, you're good, you know what you're capable of, you know that, your studies, your experience, you're a good professional, you're confident about it, but you're not confident about how to showcase that on LinkedIn. So when you, not on LinkedIn, sorry, sometimes on LinkedIn, but on the resume, sometimes you're great, but if people don't know that you're great, they will choose someone else, and maybe someone that is less qualified, less great than you. So when you don't know how to show your best version in your resume, it gets really hard to create a remote job that is effective for remote jobs, right? That happens to Pedro. That's what he told me recently. He was like, I'm highly motivated and smart, but I don't know. I missed one word here. I don't know how to, yeah, okay. I don't know how to show that in my resume. So he's motivated, he's smart. I checked his profile, he's excellent. He's a senior professional, like many years of experience. He's a leader in his industry, but he's insecure about his resume because he doesn't know how to show all of that, all his value, all his experience, all that he can bring to the table when he starts working in a remote company. He doesn't know, Pedro doesn't know how to translate that to his remote resume. So that for sure make it hard, right, to create a resume for a remote job if you don't know how to show your best version online. So look, if you're watching live, I'm curious to know what resonates more with you, if any of those things that I'm sharing resonate with you. So let me know in the chat if any of those struggles that I'm sharing rings a bell to you, sounds familiar, and there is no shame on it, because those are very, very common struggles when it comes to writing a resume for a remote job. So I was just, in 5 minutes, I could review my methods and find those real phrases, because I hear them all the time. So I brought real examples for you to know what is going on, like why professionals like you are struggling to create a resume specifically for remote jobs. And also for you, don't feel that you're the only one struggling with that. I wish you were like an isolated case, but it's more common than you think, unfortunately. There are people, this is very updated, unfortunately, but people who are having a hard time after the layoff, right? So they suffered a layoff, probably they were not expecting, they didn't see that come. And then after the layoff, they are like, okay, I need to find a job, I need to go back to the job market, I need to pay the bills. But how can I reflect that in a nice way, in a positive way, professional way, the layoff, if I want to apply for remote jobs? That's a hard thing, right? That's hard. And look what Tina shared. Tina shared that she was laid off back in February, and haven't found new employment yet. So February, March, April, May, June, July, 5 months, almost 6 months. I don't know which day of February, but like almost 6 months that Tina, the layoff happened, and she has been searching for remote jobs and she couldn't find anything. 5 months already. That's very sad, Tina. I hear you. Yeah. And look, having a hard time to talk in your resume for remote jobs about the layoff, it can be a challenging, right? It can be hard. But then if there was a layoff, you need somehow to cover that situation, or you need to find a way to deal with that in your resume for remote jobs. So this is one struggle that I see, unfortunately, very often, because the number of recent layouts has been very high. So yeah, how to talk about, do I need to talk about how do I do that, how to showcase that, the layoff in my resume for remote jobs? It's hard. I totally get it. It's very hard. Look, another struggle that job seekers have when they want to create a good, powerful, well-written resume for remote jobs is the situation, the outside situation, the difficult job market that we are all dealing with. So there were better times in the past years for job seekers in general, right? I know that. I've been in this industry like for many years. So I know that we are not in a super easy, super friendly job market at the moment. But it's still, some people need to land jobs right now. Some people need to change their career, so they cannot just wait. Oh, I'm going to wait for 2 or 3 years to see if the job market improves. No, you probably cannot wait 2 or 3 years, right? So how to deal with this difficult job market that we are all living and create a resume for remote jobs, how to combine those two things, that's hard, right? And Mike said that, a message he sent me I think it was last week, he was like, look, Juliana, I'm afraid to lose my current remote job because it's a scary market. So Mike, specifically, he is working remotely right now, okay? He's already working remotely. But what is happening is that he's still afraid. And he's like, I think I should update my resume just in case, because I don't know what's going on, right? There is no safety guarantee, there is no stability. So even someone that is already working remotely, he is also thinking, and I think it's a proactive approach from Mike. I think it's a nice thing. Like, I will have my resume ready just in case. I'm planning to stay in my job, but whenever I want to change, or if I need a change, right? Because the job market is very shaky, I have my resume ready. And then we are back to how to create a powerful resume for remote jobs, even for the ones who already have remote work experience, right? So yeah, all those phrases that I'm sharing, I read them in recent LinkedIn conversations. Okay, so they are real phrases. That's why I'm bringing the names, and I mentioned the phrasing in brackets because that's real. I just literally copy and paste the message to share with you, preserving the identity of people, obviously, right? So another reason why creating a resume for remote jobs is so hard is because if you need to go back to the job market after a career break, it's hard. It's hard already, right? It's hard on itself if you have been a career break, maybe because for a medical reason, some health problem, maybe because you had a kid, maybe because you had to take care of a family member, for different reasons, right? Maybe you took a sabbatical, okay, to travel, to do other things in your life. So after a career break, there is always this difficulty of like, how do I talk about the career break in my resume, right? Should I talk about it? Should I not talk? Does it depend on how long it was? Does it depend on the reason why I had a career break? There is always those questions about it. I have often conversations about it. But then if you want to not only go back to the job market, but on the top of it, you also want to land a remote job, then you need to create a resume for a remote job. But it can be hard to like combine all those elements at the same time. So look what Annette said. She was like, I took a career break and I would like to work remote. So two big things: go back to the job market after the career break and reflect her best skills to work remotely, demonstrate that she's capable, that she has the skills, the background, that she meets the requirements for remote job position. So that's what Annette is facing. But I know a lot of other people are also facing that. So after a career break, and it's interesting also because after a career break, after some time outside of the job market, right? A lot of people say, I feel ready to go back to the market to work, or I need to. Sometimes I feel ready, sometimes I need to because my savings are gone. But a lot of them tell me, now I'm sure I want a remote job because they had a different experience. They experienced more flexibility, more freedom, more life quality. And then they are ready to go back to the job market, but they don't want to sacrifice all the good things of having more free time, of having more flexibility, right? So it's quite common, this combination of after career break, I want to go back to the market, or I need to, because I need to pay the bills. And together with that, I want to have a remote job. So that's very common. But again, because it's common, it doesn't mean it's easy, right? So it's common, but it's hard to reflect that on the resume, especially on the resume for a remote job. But it's important because you're probably going to need to talk about it, this career break at some point, right? And one more struggle that I see among job seekers, professionals like you, who want to create a resume for a remote job is that it's a mixed feeling, right? So they know that the job market is hard, that competition is high and all of that, but at the same time, they don't want to give up trying to land a remote job. They don't want to settle for a job that is an office job because they really want more flexibility. They really want a better life quality, a better work-life balance. They really want to pick up their kids at school, to be able to travel, maybe spend 1 or 2 months per year in a different place, maybe move to another state. I was talking to someone earlier today. She said, I'm moving this Friday. I'm driving to another state. My husband is already there, so we're starting our life there. So in this case, yes, job search is hard. She's moving. There are so many things going on, but she doesn't want to give up on the remote job, on the flexibility, on the life quality that she can have. So how to handle the hard job market, the I don't want to give up, and the remote job resume in the middle of all of that, right? So look what Andy said. She said, those last few months have been rough, but I still want to get a remote job. So if I'm not wrong, Andy has been searching for a remote job for like 6 months. I think that's it. 6, almost 7 also. That's a long time. It's a long time. She's still optimistic. I really admire that. In Nandi, like she's like, I don't want to give up. I'm still here. But it is hard. It is hard. And the harder it takes for you to land the remote job you want, the longer it takes for you to land the remote job you want, the harder it gets, because it starts affecting your self-esteem, your self-confidence. You start even doubt if you are ever going to be able to land a remote job. And sometimes all you need is just the strategy to write a good resume, to showcase that in a way that you will stand out from other applicants. Okay, so don't give up. I know that the job search is hard. I know that the market is hard. I wish I could tell you something different, but no, it is hard. Let's be realistic. But there are people who are landing remote jobs right now, recently, this week, last week, about to sign a new remote job contract. I was talking to a friend today on LinkedIn, and she was like, Juliana, I have 2 fully remote positions. Can you help me to promote them? I was like, sure, just send me the post. I'm going to share in my feed. So companies are hiring for remote positions, right? Despite of the difficulties around. So you need to overcome this situation, like creating a remote job, a resume for remote jobs, overcome the issues of doing that. So you need to make your life easier when it comes to resume for remote jobs, because you're going to need a resume if you want to land a remote job. It's a basic step. It's a mandatory step. So the solution that I see for that is that you fix all the problems with your resume. I know it's a bit obvious, but sometimes we need to say the obvious, right? So if creating a resume for remote jobs is something that is hard for you, let's face it, let's learn how to do it so you can fix all the problems, all the issues. So it goes from, it's hard, to I know how to do it, I'm feeling more confident, I see the change, the improvement in my resume for remote jobs, and I start landing job interviews. So let's focus on fixing the problems with your resume, because we can be here complaining, oh yeah, the job market, oh, the competition, oh, and companies are not fair. That's a waste of time, okay? In my opinion, we need to move to the solution, because the solution is what is going to take you to where you want to get with your career. So I'm not here to be complaining. I was sharing some phrases just to give you an overview of the market, but my main goal here is to help you to find the solutions, because I think you already have the problem, right? You already have the problem if you're watching this live, because you're not getting the job interviews that you want for remote companies, not enough interviews, or not interviews for good companies. So we need to fix the problem that happens right before, which is the resume. So let's fix those problems. Then things are gonna get easier for you, okay? So look, I said that already, but I need you to understand that it's really hard. I won't say impossible, but very hard that you will land a remote job if your resume is not good, is not optimized, is not tailored for remote jobs, because the competition is very high. Recruiters for remote companies, they have hundreds of candidates to choose from. So your resume needs to help you to stand out from others. Can you land a remote job without the resume? Yes. But what are we talking about? 5% of the cases? the exception, like the minority of times. The big majority, I would say 95% of the time, you will need a resume that is optimized, that is tailored for remote jobs at some point of the process. So you'd rather have it now sooner than later, right? Because when the opportunity comes, you won't miss the opportunity. You're going to be totally ready for that. If you grab your phone and scan this QR code, you will be directed to a special group related to resumes for remote jobs. Okay, that's what we talk about in that group. And in that group, tomorrow, Thursday, the 25th of July, I will share a special offer for me personally and directly help you with your resume for remote jobs. So I want to really do this with you because I have a methodology for that. I validated that methodology already. So the way I write resumes for my clients help them to land remote jobs. That's a fact. I have almost 200, 193 or 92 testimonials in my LinkedIn profile. Okay, you can check them. You're welcome to check. So those people, they followed what I teach, they follow my methodology, and they landed remote jobs. So I know that my methodology works, and I want to teach you that so you can also improve your resume for remote jobs. So just scan this QR code with your phone. It's the same QR code that is somewhere up here on the screen. So you're going to be directed to the group, right? The group about resume for remote job. And tomorrow you have access to a special offer, special conditions, special investment, very interesting bonuses. So we can do this together tomorrow. After tomorrow, prices will increase. So if you're focusing now on your, landing a remote job and you're not sure about your resume, or the resume is not landing interviews for remote companies, then I invite you to join the group, check what is going on there, just see the information, see if it resonates with you, and then you decide if that's for you or not. But the special conditions will be available only tomorrow. So if this is something that you have been thinking about fixing your resume, the moment is now, because otherwise prices will increase after tomorrow, okay? So I will stop sharing this back to me. So for the ones watching live, if you want to make any comments, if you have questions about what I just shared here, let me know in the chat. It would be nice to read you, okay? And in the meantime, I wanna share something else here. So just give me 1 second. I want to give you an overview of, yes, so let me just put it like that to make it bigger for you so you can see it better. It's loading. I want to give you an overview of what is included in the Remote Resume Done Right online course. So this is my online course that I created to help professionals like you to learn how to write a resume for remote jobs. So I'll teach you the step-by-step everything that you need to know about resumes for remote jobs. As easy as that, okay? I created an online course. You have everything there. It's all explained. It is already tested, validated. I have many examples of professionals who bought my course, implemented, that's also important, implemented what I teach, and they landed remote job in 15 days, a month, 2 months, 3 months, and many other examples, but the results normally come very fast. So this is what is included in my online course, the Remote Resume Done Right online course. Okay, I want to share that with you. So there are 9 modules, very complete, extensive, like really, really good content. 9 modules, okay, that will cover different topics related to resumes for remote jobs. The course is all about that, okay? That's the main topic. So we have a Start Here module where I explain you how to make the most of the platform, the lessons, the course, and all of that. So I'm going to walk you through the whole process. I will explain this initial module, which is the Start Here. And the second one is getting deep into the resume topic. So we need to I need to make sure that you understand a couple of things about resume before you start actually fixing yours. So I'm going to cover those important elements. It's like the base of resume. So I'm going to cover that in this second module. And then we go to the third one, which is how to write your own resume. Here is like the step-by-step. All the mandatory sections in your resume, what to write in each of them, how to write things there. There are a lot of copy and paste things. So you can copy and paste this to showcase that you have the skills for a remote job. There are a lot of things. Checklist, copy and paste documents, videos, articles, written text, a lot of things. So I'm going to teach you how to write your own resume for remote jobs. That's amazing, right? Then another important module is about how to reflect in your resume that you want a remote job. Because look, one thing is maybe you had remote work experience, but you don't want to keep working remotely. That's a possibility. Maybe you didn't work remotely before. This is going to be your first time. That's perfect. But remote companies need to know that you want a remote job, because if they don't know, they might not consider you for that. So how can you reflect in your resume that you want a remote job? That's a very important part of the equation, right? The job description is your best friend. So how to make the most of the job description, or the job spec, or the description of the job, right? How to use it to improve your resume for a remote job. I'll show you how to do it. I share an AI tool to do that. ChatGPT can also help you with that, but I share another tool. So very practical, this module, very relevant also, okay? If you don't make the most of the job description, then you're missing a massive opportunity to have a good resume for remote jobs. Then I go to the frequent questions asked. So I have 15 years experience as a recruiter. I have been working remotely for 10, and in the past 5 years, I have been helping professionals to land a remote job. So I condensed all of that, the most frequent questions that I was asked about resume. I put them all in this module, the frequent questions asked. So I shared the question, and of course I share the answer, right? So I'm sure that at least some of the questions that I share here are doubts that you have right now about resume for remote job, resume, right? And you'll be able to solve those questions. So that's a very, very interesting module. And then last but not least, what do you do once your resume is ready? Because a lot of people, they go into like, okay, I have a new resume for a remote job. What do I do next? You might think like, oh, you just apply for jobs. No. There are some steps before you start applying. So that's what I'm going to cover here, because I see a lot of people making this mistake. So what you do once your resume is ready, okay? What to do next? Then a module with the final comments and the bonuses. There are 5 amazing bonuses that you're going to have access. So all of that is included in my remote resume done right course. You will have access to this library content, right? All of that for 1 year from the moment that you purchase the course. So you can focus on it now. But if you say, Juliana, I'm busy, I'm like this person that I spoke this morning, right? She's moving to another state and all of that. So maybe she won't be able to start tomorrow to do the course, right? But she can purchase it and make the most of the special offer tomorrow. And she can start in 2 weeks from now, in a month from now. You have 12 months to organize your time and your schedule as you wish, okay? So 1 year access. And tomorrow, because it's a special offer, as I said, right? You can also, apart from purchasing the remote resume done right course, you can also, wait, what happened here? Oh, I'm not sure if, okay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, I think I lost my connection. Apologies, but I'm back. I think I'm back, right? If you're watching live, let me know, but I think my whole screen got like black. Oh, I'm still black here, my webcam. So let me see. Just a second. Oh, that's weird. My image is black, right? I think I'm gonna, let me see if I change my webcam here. Yeah. Okay, back. Let me see. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I lost my video. Sorry, apologies. but the webcam is working. That's good. um, okay. No, I want to talk about this. Yeah, I was talking about this here. Tomorrow, because of the special offer, if you purchase my remote resume done right course tomorrow, you will also have the option to purchase a personalized resume review done by me, okay, with 50% discount. So let me explain that. Some people, they buy my course, they implement everything that I say, they see the improvements in their resume, but they are like, Juliana, I would really, really love you to take a look at my resume and give me a feedback if everything is good, if I miss something, because it's a lot of information. So they still want my eyes, my expertise, my 20 years working in HR feedback about their resume after they implemented everything that I share here. So I know that this is a service that it's not only very in demand. A lot of people ask me for that. Can you review my resume, Julian? Do you offer resume reviews? I do. But also, like it's life changing. It really helps a lot when you have my personalized, direct feedback. It's me. I do it, not someone from my team. I do that. So it's really rich. It really helps you to get that final piece of confidence that you need about your resume before you start using it, applying for jobs and all of that. So this is a service that I provide. But tomorrow, only tomorrow, because of the special offer, if you purchase the remote resume done right course, you can also purchase as an additional service the personalized review, and you're going to pay only half of the price. So it's a great opportunity. You're going to save a lot of money if you go for it tomorrow, okay? And now the next slide. Look, tomorrow, as I said, is a special offer, right? And one of the things that make it special, apart from the reduced price, is that you will get 2 extra bonuses, exclusive bonuses, if you purchase that in the first 2 hours. So in the group, okay, in the secret group, the one that has the QR code up here, I will share the hours tomorrow that you'll be able to buy my online course and all of that. So in the first 2 hours, as soon as the sales start, if you buy the online course in the first 2 hours, apart from the course and everything that I mentioned before, you will get 2 amazing bonuses. The 2 of them together would cost you 240 euros. So like more than 4 times the price you're going to pay for the course. So yeah, it's a great deal here. So the bonus number 1 that you're going to get if you purchase in the first 2 hours is a class that I talk about. If you only have 30 minutes per day to use LinkedIn, this is what you should do. So it's optimized for job seekers like you who want to land a remote job like you. So if you have a limited time, what can you do on LinkedIn to increase your visibility, to increase the chances that recruiters invite you for interviews, to increase the chance that you land the remote job you want. So in this video, I explained that. It's like the things I do daily on LinkedIn that you can do to achieve better results in your job search. Amazing. This bonus, the price, the regular price would be 90 euros, only this, but for you is going to be for free, okay? And the second bonus, also very good. Second one is amazing. It's understanding how recruiters and headhunters search for your profile on LinkedIn and actually find you, right? To make the most of it. So I interviewed a recruiter. He was a recruiter in PepsiCo, in TikTok, like big multinational companies. And he shared his screen to demonstrate how he searched for candidates on LinkedIn. So you understand from the recruiter's perspective what they're looking for, what they value, what are the criteria they use to eliminate candidates or to move them forward. So you're going to learn all of that. This is powerful. This is like gold, because once you know what recruiters are looking for, you can make sure you have that in your LinkedIn. You optimize your LinkedIn and you will move forward in the process. So this class alone, I could charge 150 euros, probably even more. So the 2 bonuses that you're going to get tomorrow, only if you buy in the first 2 hours, they go up to 240 euros. So amazing. But you get them for free, okay? It's included in the course because it's a special offer. So you're going to save at least 240 euros tomorrow, at least, because that's the price only of the bonuses, okay? And once again, this is the link to the group, okay? The group about resumes for remote jobs. In the group, that's where I will share tomorrow, Thursday, 25th, the link for you to purchase, okay? The special conditions and all of that. So if you want to know more about it, it doesn't mean you're going to buy it. You don't know yet. You need to understand better. I get it. Just go to the group, just scan that, and then you can decide if you like the conditions, if it makes sense to you, and then you make the most of the special offer. Because tomorrow is Thursday, right? On Friday, prices will increase and the special offer will not be effective anymore. So if you are like thinking about improving your resume for remote jobs, make it easier, right? To write a resume for remote job. Start having results, start having job interviews for remote job. That's all we want, right? So start by the resume. It's an easy way to start. This offer, the special offer tomorrow, is a symbolic price, okay? Being very honest with you, it's much cheaper or more affordable than the other programs that I offer. But I want to help people to land a remote job. I really believe that a remote job has a massive impact, not only in our careers, but also in our lives. So I want to help more people to land remote jobs. So I have my YouTube channel, for example, that is completely free. I have, I think I have 120 videos in my YouTube channel, so you're very welcome to follow me. I have more complete programs where we are really close and I directly help you to land the remote job you want. And I have the online course about resumes to make it more affordable for people who right now, for whatever reason, cannot make a higher investment. But I really believe that a small step in the right direction is better than no step at all. I'll say that again. A small step in the right direction is better than no step at all. So if you're not sure if it's the moment to make a bigger investment in your career, start with a small one. Start from something that is practical, that is very applicable. So like the course is like you watch one module and you implement. You watch the second module, you implement. It's very practical. The investment is much lower than all the other services and programs that I offer. And you need a good remote job, a good resume to get a good remote job, right? You need a good resume to land the remote job you want. So this is an excellent piece to focus on if you're struggling with landing a remote job. So just make sure that this small piece, the resume, is correct, is done properly. There is nothing wrong, nothing incomplete, nothing weak, nothing weird about your resume. So just fix this part. This is one important element, maybe probably one of the first steps in the stairs of landing a remote job. So let's start with that. Let's fix that. I can help you with that. I helped many other people to have a perfect resume for remote jobs. I can help you also. So just enter here in this QR code and make the most of the special conditions only tomorrow, okay? Only tomorrow. So go there, check the conditions, and then you decide, okay? Thank you for watching this live. Thank you for demonstrating that you care about your career, because if you're here with me, I will totally take it as, Juliana, I'm committed to, improving my career, landing a remote job. So well done, well done. This is a big step already. To be here, to be learning, to be, just getting out of your comfort zone and understanding that if you keep doing the same things, you're going to have the same results that you're having until now. So if you want my direct support to improve your resume once and for all for remote jobs, the best way is entering here in this group, and I'll share all the details there, okay? I'll see you soon in the group, hopefully in this group, or if not, in one of my next lives here, okay? Take care. Bye. Have a nice day.